Hello again everyone, Ageofdune here, and we're back with more League of Legends Shoutcast. This particular game is just one that I just saw that was going on ProReplay.net. It's got a lot of the names that everybody knows. It's got Plumber, who is also known as Boxbox. It's got Chaox, a couple of the Quantic members, and Azingy. But mostly, I just wanted to get into a game because today the patch released. I have not actually played a game. I have not watched a game. I haven't watched streams or anything yet. I want to see the new patch. And this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and shoutcast right off the bat. And right there, we already see one of the differences. The health bars there are different. And that is something that I knew was coming, and I hadn't really paid too much attention to how it's gonna look. I'm not sure I like it, but we'll see. I'll probably get used to it. Probably will end up liking it. But ooh, there's their totems. I like that. It already shows up in the UI. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at what people are building for their totems, just because I am not really sure. Let's see. We could also look at where they are. Okay, we've got Rengar top, and he's building a warding totem. My guess is going to be mid, and she's also building warding totem. The ADC for the red team is Lucian, and he built a sweeping lens, interestingly. I kind of thought that the ADCs would be building a warding totem as well, but he did not. Alright, looks like Chaox is actually going to be supporting on Rammus, and he also built a warding totem, as well as the relic shield, which I can kind of understand. That is definitely a good thing. That is one of the new support items. It does mean that he has to attack to get the gold. So he'll have to actually walk up to a minion, but he is Rammus, and Rammus is really tanky, so that actually should probably be okay. Then finally, we've got Shyvana, who got the sweeping lens, which is not surprising given that she is a jungler. Oh, looks like Nidalee is trading hers out. She does not want the sweeping lens, or the, yeah, she traded out a sweeping lens for a warding totem. So there we go. On the blue team side, we've got, I'm guessing, Riven top, played by Boxbox. He got a warding totem, which honestly I completely agree with. Fizz also got warding totem. The ADC got warding totem. Why didn't you switch? There we go. Pretty much everybody on that team got warding totem, but the jungler who got sweeping lens. Honestly, again, that makes sense. You're going to want to get that sweeping lens as the jungler, as it does allow you to go ahead and clear out the enemy wards. So that is more or less what I was expecting for that. I was not expecting to see the supports get the warding totem. My guess as to what's going to happen is that they're going to trade this out once they get to the level that they can start buying wards. Once they get a little bit further, just because of the fact that, you know, they'll get the sight stones and everything, and they're not going to need those warding totems. But by getting the warding totem now, it allows them to buy their gold item, and they'll have one ward, so they're not going to end up really low on wards right off the bat. Whereas otherwise, they would have had to either just buy the wards right off the bat and come to lane without the gold thing, which would put them behind, or they would have had to... Oh, is he dead? Yes, he's dead. Chaox flashed into the bush. Ezreal flashed with him. Ezreal's gonna take him down, but he did get first blood. Now Lucian's in a little bit of trouble. He's trying to get out of this. I think Ezreal may get the double kill here. Oh, the barrier comes out from Lucian. The barrier comes out from Ezreal as well, and Ezreal does manage to take him down. So yes, there is a double kill from Ezreal. Managed to take down both members of the enemy team. Good job to him. And it looks like we've got a gank coming in up here, possibly. We do indeed. Riven's gonna walk in there, and just as the Shyvana went ahead and placed a... No. Just as the Riven placed a ward, Shyvana was there, so she actually got to see that. And in came Azingy on Udyr to stop this as well. They're going to take down that Shyvana. Goodbye, Shyvana. She even flashed, which is really unfortunate for her. She just used her flash, and now it's going to be on cooldown, and she got nothing out of that because she still ended up dying. But yeah, I firmly expect that once they end up getting, say, Sightstone or something, that they'll sell this. It's possible that they won't, and will instead upgrade it to the pink ward totem, because the upgraded form of this, after 9 it'll automatically upgrade to a longer ward, but after that it'll upgrade so that you can go ahead and place a pink ward. So they may end up going for that. I'm not sure Honestly, I think they'll do the other. The thing is, one of the totems, the blue totem, is currently disabled. So, what's happening now may not happen later in regular games once that thing gets re-enabled. So, it'll be interesting to see then, too. But for now, seeing them go the warding totem is definitely something to keep in mind. Ah, there we go. That was the vision totem right there. No, it wasn't. Wait, what was that? What did that? Let me see. Oh, that was the sweeping thing. That's what that looks like. Okay. Okay, that's kind of cool. I was wondering what that was. Alright. There we go. So it looks like they went ahead and went in, again, taunting the Thresh there. The Thresh threw out the lantern to go ahead and get that shield. And Lucian's still getting a lot of... Oh, nice dodge. Very nice dodge. Down goes the Thresh. Now Lucian's going to go down to Ezreal. Is he? Yes, he does go down to Ezreal. And Rammus is going to try to take him down. No, it looks like Rammus will not be able to get this. So that ended up being a 1-for-1, a support for an ADC. Not really sure it's completely worth it, but it's alright. It's alright. Thresh, it looks like, is going to go ahead and buy Boots of Speed already. Oh, looks like we've got a gank coming in up here as well. Udyr's coming in, going to go ahead and stun him, and he does manage to stun him under tower, but there's the flash, so he's probably going to get out of this, although Udyr does have that bear form, so he's very fast, and Riven has those dashes. Shyvana's coming over to help, however, so this may end up forcing them back. Udyr goes ahead and uses his stun there, in comes the Nidalee, and down goes the Udyr, and now Riven's trying to run away. Riven is going to get out of this with no problem, but that was a very nice reaction time by both of those members of the enemy team. Came in there and just shoot him away. Alright. Oh, more stuff happening down here. This is a very action-packed lane, this game. This is something, the Rammus bot, other bot lanes, it's going to be interesting this, at least for the very beginning, just to see who ends up going as support. Because there's so many changes and things are going to allow the supports to go ahead and get that gold. I'm really curious to see... I like that. That's very nice. I'm very curious to see who's going to end up down here. I mean, I've heard Rammus is really good. On Twitter, I've seen it. And so far, he seemed pretty decent, although Thresh has been really good versus him. And down goes the Thresh, though. And honestly, I think we are seeing Rammus kind of start to come up ahead, but at the same time, I mean, Ezreal is coming out very well in every one of these fights. Yes, Thresh is dying, but Ezreal is surviving, and he's actually causing them a lot of trouble. And in comes the Udyr. Looks like he's going to go ahead and go for a turret dive here. Ezreal has it pretty much pushed up the tower. Oh, there's Shyvana. And Udyr's going to be forced to run away. Oh, Shyvana's going in all the way here. Udyr's trying to get out with bear form. In comes Nidalee. The spear does not hit, but it did force him to walk that way. And Shyvana's using her ability there to go a little bit faster, and she does end up taking him down. Actually, Nidalee gets the kill, but he does, either way, end up going down. So not bad there. And looks like Rammus is thinking about coming back in, but now Lucian's in a little bit of trouble. He's really low, and Rammus is also really low. They are going in on this, but everybody on the red team is converging, except for Rengar, of course. Down goes the Lucian, but the Ezreal goes down to Shyvana. Thresh is trying to escape over here. I'm not sure he'll be able to do it. He's going to try his best, though. He is running up here. Shyvana, I think, knows. There we go. He's going to go ahead and leash to the wolves there. Going to go ahead and try to run this way. Fizz came over to intercept the Nidalee, so I think he might end up doing that. And Thresh is still running. Looks like Riven is actually proxy farming up there. And that is going to prevent Rengar from coming down. Thresh is going to go ahead and go back in. It looks like they're actually going to allow this. Yeah. Yep, they're going to allow this. Nidalee was coming up to try to hunt him, but she does not end up finding him, so he does successfully get out of this. Very nice running away by the Thresh there. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at who is playing everything. Rengar is played by young Richerich. I guess that's by Richie Rich or something. Oh, hold up. Stuff happening, stuff happening. Oh, nice dodge there by the Fizz, but it's not really going to be enough. The Rengar did get to jump to him, and now he slowed him down. The Fizz is getting really low here. I think Rengar's going to get this. Oh! Okay, he still goes down to that spear from Nidalee, but for a second there, I thought he was actually going to get out of that because he was pretty close. But had it not been for that spear, he would have gotten out of that. And they immediately take down that ward right after Riven planted it, and they're going to take her down as well. Down she goes. And we actually, amusingly, see Rammus top. He's just kind of roaming around for the moment. He'll probably go back bottom very shortly here, though. Alright, he's going to be against Riven, played by Plumber, who is also Boxbox, like I mentioned before. Quantic Yoonsup is playing Fizz versus Nidalee, played by CaliforniaTrlolz. CaliforniaTrlolz. Not sure. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Udyr. Oh, nice flash to kill the Udyr there. Not bad. Alright, Ezreal's played by Xiaomi. And Lucian's played by Chapanya. I know I've heard that name before. Oh, in comes the Rammus. Managed to land the taunt there on Thresh, so Thresh is going to die again. And now Ezreal's trying his best to get out. I think he will end up escaping this. He does. And he puts... wow. Fires off one last parting shot of Q just to make sure that you stay there, to Shyvana. Alright. Rammus is played by Chaox. Thresh is played by Quantic Prime. Udyr is played by Azingy, and Shyvana is played by Just Jayce. We still have not seen any sales of the warding totems outside of the initial sale by Nidalee. So we'll have to see what ends up happening. And interestingly, we also have not seen an upgrade of the gold item by the supports quite yet. Although I think this goes into that, so I think they are working on it. Rammus is back up top again to go back in on the Riven. He's used his ulti, he's taunted her, and she does end up going down to the Rengar. He used that push control to go ahead and jump. So it looks like Rammus is actually just going to go for a roaming support, which honestly, given all these the changes to XP and everything, that's actually a really good idea. The way it works now, if you're behind your ally in XP, you actually gain more XP. So somebody who's just roaming around, oh, we're about to see something happen here. I think. Are we? Nidalee's coming down, so yeah, I definitely think we're going to. Nice shot there from the Nidalee, and they are going in on Ezreal. He's gonna shift over the wall right into the so that's where the Wraith is. Yep, that's the new jungle mob. And yeah, the Ezreal does indeed end up going down, which is a very nice little gank there. And looks like Rammus is going to go down. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's just the utility tree. I know it works for everything, but the utility tree, I think, buffs that as well so that they end up getting that extra XP. So somebody who's roaming around and getting smaller amounts of XP will still be okay, because he will be able to go ahead and gather that XP right back again once he gets back around an ally. And he is missing out on at least some CS. Oh, that's a new icon for Sunfire Cape. That's kind of cool. He is missing out on at least some gold because of not being able to use the charges, although I don't know. Let's see. Does it show charges on? It does not. He's already got 451 gold from this. That is not bad at all. That is pretty darn impressive, actually. And looks like he's going top again, amusingly enough. He's picked up by that ward, though, so Riven may end up going in on this. That is a significantly smaller bush. It really is. Fizz is just about dead, but they are coming in for a gank on Nidalee. In came Shyvana as well, but Nidalee does go down. She gets shut down, but Riven's gonna go down for... No, that shield dash was able to save her. But going in on the Udyr. Udyr does end up going down, and she flashed over the wall. Oh, the Riven goes down. I think the actual killer there was the Wraiths, amusingly enough. And now Chaox is going to go down to Thresh, and yeah, we're going to see Shyvana go down to the Ezreal. Ezreal's just about dead thanks to Lucian, and he does indeed end up going down. So that ended up being the entire blue team dead, and only 2 members of the red team died. And that was actually 4 versus 5. I mean, granted, it was more of a trickling 4 versus 5, so it doesn't really count, but... either way, it still definitely came out in their favor, and it did give Rengar the time to go ahead and take down that tower as well. By the way, that's another change for anybody who doesn't read the patch notes. I'm kind of giving a brief overview somewhat, not a very in-depth one. Oh, is this the... yes, this is the upgraded one. Targon's Brace into Face of the Mountain. Has the active of Deadly Phalanx. It consumes 20% of your current health to shield a nearby ally 192 for 4 seconds. And then after 4 seconds, it'll explode. And here comes another gank on poor Riven. She's having a really bad time there. Rengar's going to go in and... Oh! Okay, flash comes out from Rengar. Down she goes. But Chaox is trapped again. And looks like Fizz is going to go for this. Oh, nice flash there from Chaox. And he got out of that too. So not bad at all. And he actually had... Oh, wait, never mind. As soon as you reach level 9, it'll automatically upgrade to the next totem. So it is now the Greater Totem. And, okay, so yeah, he does have the Sightstone as well. And as of right now, he's got 3 out of 3 wards placed. That is one of the changes. You can only place 3 wards. For anybody who doesn't know. If you try to place more than that, it'll just despawn the previous one. So it's pretty much like the Ruby Sightstone, except that is your max. That is, yeah, that's your max. It'll work just the same way, though. So we'll end up seeing if he does end up selling this like I originally guessed, and I'm really not sure. I would think so, but I definitely could be wrong. And it looks like Thresh is going to go down to Lucian here again. And blue buff has spawned, so they're saying, let's get that. There's actually a surprisingly large amount of wards. So that is something we'll probably see a lot more of, just the whole team warding. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Because it's really, really important to get the whole team to ward. I'm hoping that that's going to be the case in Silver. I know people didn't really like to ward before in last season. But now that they have to, I'm really hoping they will. Because otherwise that's going to make Silver games a whole lot less pleasant. So I honestly think that they will end up warding. But we'll have to see. I'm very hopeful. I'm very hopeful. These are kind of cool. Alright, Rammus coming in for another gank on Riven here. Riven's doing her best to get out, but Rammus is so fast, and yeah, there we go. He goes into her, gets that taunt off again, and it looks like she's gonna die yet again. And yeah, he's 100% just a roaming support. He is just roaming around, getting kills everywhere, and pretty much leaving Lucian alone. And now they're gonna go in here, but that's a 3 versus 2, and that's not gonna turn out in their favor. Out comes the fish, lands on Nidalee, who jumps away. Nidalee's gonna escape this, but Rammus definitely does not. And now it looks like they're going in on Rengar. Rengar got stunned there by the Udyr, and he's trying his best to get out of it. They are all going in on me. In comes the Shyvana, in comes a spear from the Nidalee. In goes the Shyvana with her ult. Looks like she's going to go ahead and take down the fish there. Down goes Fizz. The Udyr's almost gone, but he flashes there. The Nidalee spear may end up being able to take him down, though. We'll see. It does not. It misses. So I think he'll actually escape this. Another spear comes out and misses, so yeah, he does indeed end up escaping this. But now Nidalee's going in on Ezreal, who was forced to pop barrier. He came back in, but unfortunately for him, Shyvana was there as well, so I think he's dead now. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh, the stun from Udyr says no. Just barely saved him. In the meantime, Lucian actually just got a kill down there on the Riven. So he's pretty fed now. What is he? 633? It's interesting to see him go Trinity Force. I guess that makes sense. I don't really know Lucian all that well, so I don't know his build path. Lots of stuff going in on Shyvana here. She gets flayed there by the Thresh, dodges the death sentence. What is it? Yeah, I was right. Death sentence. Dodged the death sentence, but she's actually going to get out of this. She's very fast. Fizz is trying his best to get to her, but he is not going to be able to do that. Fish comes out. She dodges that. They're going to go ahead and tower dive this. And... Oh, she's not dead yet. Okay. Rengar does come in, though. She died under tower, but Rengar got the kill on Fizz. So that ended up making it worth it. In came Rammus yet again. Taunts the Thresh. And that means Rengar's going to get another kill on the Thresh. Chaox is a mean support on this. With this new meta. He's a 3-4-11 already. Oh, there we go. Greater Vision Totem. That is the upgraded version of that. So we do actually see Thresh go for the Greater Vision Totem. I guess that makes sense. That means that he will not have to buy any wards whatsoever. You can place 1 pink ward on the map, and that's all you can place. So there is his pink ward. It has 5 health, but it's not invisible. So any enemy can walk up to it and go ahead and kill it. We'll have to see how that ends up working out. I I have a feeling that once the season gets in, we'll probably see a lot more of the mini clairvoyance totems, but with it disabled, I have a feeling that's somewhat influencing the builds here. But I could be wrong. It may end up that supports are still going to go for that warding one, just because it does give them that early thing, and then they can turn that into a vision one for late game, and they don't end up buying any wards whatsoever once they get the Ruby Sidestone plus the vision one. Honestly, I could see that being the case. I still think it'll be better for them to have something like the sweeper, but I don't know. I really don't know. This is just the musings of a silver player. And nice little engagement there. Down goes the Lucian. Fizz managed to take him out. A lot of action going on here. Riven goes down as well to the Rammus. They're now going in on the Udyr. He jumps. Rengar jumped in with his ulti. In came the Thresh, used the box, and they're kind of trapped there. Rengar went ahead and flashed out, but he is going to come back in to go ahead and go in on the Thresh. Thresh does go down, and Nidalee's trying her best to get out. She does go down to the tower there because she stayed a little bit too long. Chaox is doing his best to get out. I think he is going to escape this. Lots of red wards on the map, not so many blue wards at the moment, but they are replacing them now. And there we go. We just saw the Rammus place his ward here as well, and I have a feeling we'll probably see him upgrade this soonish, maybe. He's going back now. Are we going to see him upgrade that? It costs 200 something gold, something like that, to upgrade to the next level of that, but looks like he's not going to upgrade it quite yet, so he's going to stick with that totem, which honestly, given the fact that he's got the Ruby Sightstone, I find to be somewhat confusing, because that gives you 3 wards. Past those 3 wards, there's really nothing you can do with the totem there at all. So he'll probably, he's got to upgrade it soon, otherwise his totem is just pretty much completely useless. Rengar going in on Riven up here. Lots of action down there as well, though. Oh, there we go. Sweeping there for wards. There are none. So that's not really going to work. And now we see the red team pinging Dragon here. By the way, the tower XP gains have actually changed as well. Riven's going in. She's going to try to take this down. One more shot kills her. She does go down, so that ended up being a 1-for-1. And now the outer towers no longer give XP. The same amount of XP will be given if you take down all of the towers, as I think these towers got the XP, although it could be these, but I think it's these towers. Down goes the Rammus for sure. Oh, wait. No, Rammus does not go down for sure. What happened to Fizz? Alright, so Fizz is there. Nidalee's going in on him. He just goes in on Lucian, and Lucian jumps out of there. Out comes his ulti, and Nidalee's able to jump and take him down. And Rammus escaped there with his life. Barely. It's actually, I did not expect him to escape there, but he did flash over the wall. So that ended up saving his life. And now we see Nidalee and Lucian coming up here to go in on the Thresh. She was picked up by that pink ward, which as you can see, she's able to attack as pink wards are visible. But Thresh is probably, well, he actually doesn't have one yet, so he won't be able to replace it quite yet. But honestly, in large part, pink wards, oh, here we go. Another engagement. The death sentence lands from Thresh, and down goes the Lucian. Thresh flashes out of this. Nidalee's chasing him down. Chaox has taunted Ezreal, but he's going to go down for that. Thresh goes ahead and flays the Nidalee. In comes Rengar going in on Ezreal. Ezreal's getting engaged on there. He does get hit by the slow. Nidalee is still just kiting them around. Ezreal flashed out of that with his E. And Nidalee's still alive. It looks like they are all going in on the Ezreal. Ezreal's doing his best to get out of this, but I think Rengar's going to jump to him. He does, and down goes the Ezreal. That is shutdown gold there. Rengar's probably going to turn and go straight for Thresh now. And he does indeed. Shyvana actually gets the kill. And now they're going in on the Riven. Riven's getting really low. In comes the Udyr and Fizz, though. Udyr was picked up by that ward, so Shyvana's going to go ahead and walk in on this, too. Fizz is waiting in the bush. The stun comes out from Udyr. It actually landed on Rengar. The fish comes out as well. Rengar's about to get eaten. There we go. And down goes the Rengar. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Down goes the Rengar. Udyr's trying to get out now from the Shyvana, but she's very fast. I think she's going to be able to take him down. She does end up taking him down. And Fizz is the only one left on the blue team. So, what was that? I guess just checking to see if she was there. Interesting. And we still have not seen Chaox upgrade that totem. It looks like he's just going for his item, his regular items, and not even worrying about the totem. This is the new Aegis of the Legion. That's actually kind of weak. 200 health, 20 armor, grants nearby allies, plus 20 magic resist, and 10 health regen per second. But I think it turns into the locket later. I think it still does that. I'm not sure. There's been so many item changes that I'm not sure exactly how many have changed. But mostly we're seeing fairly standard builds, except on the supports, of course, as they are actually getting items. And Ping's down here saying, hey, Lucian's pushing this pretty hard. Come on, guys. And Lucian's going to go ahead and take this tower down. I don't think Udyr's going to be able to get here in time to stop Lucian. No. Lucian is just taking this tower down pretty much instantly. Udyr's coming in now, but it's a little too late for that. And now Lucian's... Oh, really? Why would you do that? Yeah, now Lucian's trying to kite the Udyr. I think Udyr may end up getting this, though. I don't know. The rest of the blue team's coming in. Lucian's doing his best. Oh, the ulti comes out, and Udyr's very rapidly turning around. And now the Lucian is chasing the Udyr. And down goes the Udyr, but in comes the Fizz, and down goes the Lucian. So let's go ahead and take a look what was happening up here, because we did see Riven die as well. So let's follow her for now. I did see Rengar come in. There we go. She's stuck there to the ground, and he's doing a lot of damage very quickly, and she's jumping to get out, but yeah, he does end up taking her down there. Down she goes. And there was that. There's that one. Alright, so now we are all caught up again. Nidalee came down to help, as did Rammus. There's the defensive ball curl there. They just grabbed the Nidalee. Oh, nice pull there from Thresh. And she actually jumped back into the ulti from Fizz. So she got popped up there. In comes Shyvana now, who is obviously a strong champion. She's going in and doing a lot of damage very quickly to Ezreal. Dodges his ulti there. Very nice on her part. Chaox is just kind of walking around, taunting as much as he can. He does end up going down to Ezreal, though. Down goes the Thresh. Fizz is about to go down. Down goes the Fizz. Now it's Ezreal versus Shyvana. Shyvana's chasing the Ezreal down, and she's going to be forced to run back as she is low. But Rengar's coming in as well, and down goes the Ezreal? Maybe? What? There we go. He's slowed by Rengar, and Rengar's taunting him. That's what Rengar's doing. Rengar is taunting him. Manages to take him out as Ezreal flashes with that bolo. Ooh. Oh, there we go. It's back re-enabled. Okay. So we did just see the greater orb come out from the Rammus, and he has actually decided to go for that. Finally, he had changed it there. I didn't realize that it was re-enabled. I thought it was still disabled. But now we do see it come into play. Actually, I like I was saying before, I do think that's probably for the best to go ahead and change to that greater orb later, and then you could just buy pink wards when you need them, because that the token's not going to be enough if you're wanting to ward up, you know, get rid of wards all over the place. You're going to want to put pink wards of your own down. I mean, only one at a time, obviously, but I don't know. It seems to me you're going to want at least a stack of 2 or 3 to go ahead, get rid of the Baron ones, get rid of Dragon. Oh, out comes the surrender, and there we go. Alright, so that was very entertaining. I'm definitely looking forward to actually playing with the new patch, because I think this is going to be really awesome. I kind of like that too. He was able to scout Baron from all the way back there, so it turns into almost clairvoyance. I mean, it's not quite global, and it doesn't have quite the same amount of time, but it's pretty darn close to clairvoyance. So that's pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoy the season that's coming up, or the season that's here, preseason that's here now, because I think I will. And have a good night. Bye.